The problem with these modern day jobs is even the more professional jobs don't pay anymore. Like literally you can go to McDonald's and make 16 to $18 an hour at McDonald's. I work a pretty professional job. I work at a group home, which means I have to give medication. I have to give medication to clients. And yet they only pay me 17.70 an hour. This means I have no extra money to do anything. It only covers my rent, electricity, internet, a little bit of gas. I can get iced coffees once in a while. I have not been out to eat myself for several years just because it's too expensive. But these jobs, that's the problem with these jobs, is they barely cover just your basic bills. Like I said, rent, electricity, gas. They give you just enough money to keep returning to the work site, but they're not giving the employee any money to go out to eat, any money to buy things. Like, for example, I've wanted to buy carpets for several years for my house, but it's hard to save up that extra couple $100, especially when I have a mortgage to pay. I'm paying for a vehicle right now. I pay for insurance. The cost of living is just not matching the wages. That's the problem. Like, I think minimum wage should be closer to like $25 an hour, because even at 17.70, guys, do you know that the last year, guys, my account has only gone over $1,000, like maybe 1 or 2 weeks out of the year. That's not good, guys. That's not good. A guy my age, I'm 43 years old. I should be able to save money. I should be able to have extra money, especially since I have a pretty professional job. I work with intellectually disabled adults, and yet I'm being paid 17.70. Do you know in 2003, I was working the same type of work? I was working group homes, but I was working with kids. I think I was being paid like $13 an hour back in 2003. Here we are, at least 22 years later, and I'm being paid 17.70. So you can tell that the wages have not kept up at all. They have not kept up with the cost of living. Literally had friends over the other day. We bought some Chinese, which was $75 for a Chinese meal. We bought some ice cream for the kids. That was $20. Took the kids to a pool. But when we got home, we had no activity money, guys. We just literally stayed on our phones all night because we had no activity money. That's the problem. These workplaces, they don't give you any extra money to buy any products, to do any activities.